operation today was tight and well disciplined. The result clearly was not the optimum, but there was nothing that we could have done. I want that very clear in everybody's head.
Detective! Detective! Someone in the building went berserk with a gun!
Sammy? If you ask me, I think we got off lightly.
One dead, one seriously wounded. Not acceptable in my book.
Thanks, Karen.
No worries. Hope you packed your toothbrush, Cedric.
I'm gonna go get some breakfast. You want something?
Not from that grease bucket on the corner.
It's all that's open on the weekend.
Pass.
Hey, you can't just...
Let him go! Let him go now!
Put the spray down! Put your hands in the air! Don't do anything stupid!
Look, whatever this is about...
Shut up!
Mate, you don't want to...
Turn around! Homicide. Now, or I'll kill you.
Sarge, what are you doing here on a weekend?
Oh, a cup of tea, bit of peace and quiet, hopefully. I'm living at Kelly's full-time now, which is very nice, apart from when there's a birthday party and the house is full of giggling little fairies. Had to get out before I shot one of them. What's your excuse?
Backlog of paperwork. Waverley's on that hammer.
Well, love of the job, unpaid overtime. Nothing changes.
Do it! Stay where you are!
Hey, take it easy.
Any weapons, you take them out and you slide them over here.
Calm down, we don't carry weapons in the office.
Don't lie to me!
He's not lying, they're in the gun safe. We've got to sign them out. Now just settle down.
Anyone else here?
No one. It's the weekend, see for yourself.
You stick that chair in the doorway. Now! Do it! You get over there with him.
Hey, just take it easy.
Any other rooms?
There's nobody but us.
Anyone else here? You show yourselves now or I'll shoot her!
Mate, there's no one else here. Now, what's this all about?
What's all that?
You said no one else was here. You lied to me!
No, they didn't lie. They didn't know. I was in the ladies.
Get over there. With them. Now! Okay. Mobile phones, handcuffs. I want them in a pile. In there! Move it!
Starting to think I should have stuck with the fairies.
How's things going with Emma? Done the deed yet?
It's not always about sex, you know.
Well, that'll be a no then, eh?
None of your business. Bloody hell.
Mate, you okay?
Where's Freeman and Ryan?
I got a call out to a floater, but it was a false alarm. They got lucky.
Well, if they're due back, we've got to try and warn them.
That's a great idea. How exactly?
Can anyone see him?
No.
Which means you can't see us.
Let's not do anything stupid. He's got Jen and a gun.
What's he doing to her? Why does he take my baton?
If they're all off the hook, then no one can contact you. What's the point?
You'll find out. Any more?
No, that's it. Look, if you tell me what you want...
You shut up! You speak only when you're spoken to. I'm not going to tell you again.
All right. Calm down.
You get on that chair. Stand on it! Now!
We're closing the roller door. He comes in, jumps me, grabs my gun, and next thing I know, I'm waking up all bloody.
You said we. Who was with you?
Sergeant Hatzick, Karen.
Has she come out? No, I haven't seen her. But there are other evacuation points.
Jesus, I let him take my weapon. He must still have her.
We'll find her. Get him to the hospital.
Listen, Foggy's on the way.
We don't even know if he's in the building. Maybe he took Karen somewhere else.
He's still in there. The lift's been jammed.
Which floor?
Homicide.
Jen and Si are up there.
Come on, Dad.
I'll tell the kids. Again?
Matt. That's the last.
Yes.
Now get down.
My name's Jennifer, by the way. What's yours?
Names aren't important.
Well, I have to call you something.
Okay, what about the man with the gun? Come on, move!
Like 120, make sure those stairs are locked down. Marshal the area and the side alleyway. No unauthorised persons in or out. Roger that. Like 180. Fighting lines of sight.
Affirmative.
What do you think he wants?
Well, he's here, so it's obviously something to do with the homicide.
Either that or he just hates cops full stop and we're the unlucky ones.
Oh, Christ.
Listen, you need to settle down. Last thing you want is to let him see you scared.
But I am scared.
Yeah, we're all packing it. Trick is not to let him know that. The more control he thinks he's got, the less he's likely to have over his trigger finger.
Sit on the floor. At his feet. Arms around his legs.
What?
Arms around his legs! Interlock your fingers. Undo them, you're dead. Do it!
Thanks, mate. Check's in the mail.
You think I'm joking? Do you think this is a joke?
I don't know. You haven't told us anything yet.
You're gonna get on that computer. You're gonna pull up everything that you've got on that name.
Kylie Lewis. Who is she? Was she murdered?
You will print the file.
Murdered, killer, never caught. That's my guess. Is that why you're here? Whatever your name is? You blame us?
You people, you're all the same. You're arrogant. You get an idea in your head, you think you know it all. Kylie Lewis, 15, raped, murdered, dismembered. It's all in the file. Get on your feet, pull it up.
Do we know who he is, where he is?
No, Sarge. We think homicide, given the people unaccounted for after evacuation.
Karen had 6 of certainty. She was at Lionel when the guy bashed him, but she hasn't been seen since.
And what are Simon and Jennifer doing up there? You're the ones on call.
But they came in to do paperwork for Waverley. She sent emails. They should have ignored them.
As if.
Should we get her in?
From Perth? I don't think so. What about mobile phones?
All down.
Okay. Make a list of all parked cars in the vicinity, start running regos, cross-check with the security footage from the prisoner transfer area.
Sarge, keep an eye on the windows while you're out there. Remember, he's armed. Stanley, long time.
Lee, any sign of the gunman?
No, but we have secured this floor as a command post. Set up a no-go zone. I'm getting plans of the building sent over. I'll put together an assault strategy.
Hang on a minute. My people are up there.
Yeah, no one's going in with guns blazing. But we do need a plan in place, just in case. You know that.
Yeah. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Meantime, I'm putting shooters in position, trying to establish lines of sight. I'll do nothing without consulting you, Stanley.
Okay. We've located the gunman. It is homicide. The CCTV's been knocked out up there. He took out the lift camera earlier.
Pull a frame of his face, get the external camera's recorded footage up, see if we can't relate him to a specific car. It's possible that he drove here.
On it.
And patch every phone from the homicide floor down here. Can you do that?
I'll work it out.
We should assume that he's taken at least 3 members hostage.
At least. We need to get a negotiator in here, find out what this bloke wants.
I can do that.
You?
Yeah, he's in homicide. I know the hostages, Lee. I know the building.
You don't know him. We haven't got a clue who he is or what he wants.
That is exactly what a negotiator is meant to find out, right?
I've got everything I can. Pictures, reports, everything. It's printing.
Okay, get back on the floor with him. Same position as before.
Oh, people will talk. So who's Kylie Lewis, anyway? Your daughter? A relative?
Shut up!
Look, if you won't talk to us, Talk to someone on the outside and negotiate.
He's right. No one can sort this out until they know what you want.
You don't talk to them, you force them to come up here.
Anyone shows their face up here, bad news for everybody.
He's taken the phones off the hook. Try the rest of those extensions.
Doesn't make sense, man. How can we negotiate with him when we don't know who he is and we've got no way of talking to him?
Or maybe he just wants us to go up there.
White flag approach, face to face. Could be.
Got something here?
Yeah, what is it? From our rego numbers?
No, Detective Mapplethorpe. She set up network file sharing and she's pulling material on this case. Kylie Lewis, murdered age 15 by this guy, Evan Cameron Doty. Jail for life, 2002, age 19.
Why that file in particular?
None. Got a black flag. Evan Cameron Doty killed himself in prison.
He was my son. He cut his own throat 2 weeks ago in prison.
Let me guess. Kylie Lewis.
My son was innocent. He was convicted of a crime he didn't commit, and you're going to prove that. You're going to prove his innocence.
How are we supposed to do that chained up like this?
You're detectives. You got your files in front of you.
Mate, you're going about this all the wrong way.
My son was innocent. Either you prove that or I intend making a statement about the injustice he suffered.
What kind of a statement?
I will kill you. Every one of you. And then I'll kill myself.
Jonathan Aaron Doty. That's his driver's license photo and address. It's him.
Now we have a name.
You still can't get in touch with him.
Anything in poll search?
He's clean.
So, what does he want?
Well, let's look at this from his point of view. We jail his son for murder, his son kills himself inside.
And Dad decides it's time for payback.
Revenge scenario? Maybe.
No. No, something else. Something about the case. I'll get the original investigating officer over here. Matt, you pull in the dead girl's parents.
Sarge, I think I'll be more help here.
You want to help? Find them. Go. Duncan, get over to Doherty's address. See what you can turn up. He might have left a note. Something.
No worries, Sarge.
If this is about revenge, we should be going in hard and doing it now.
If this was about revenge, he would have started shooting the second he got a gun in his hand, right?
Let's hope you're right, Stanley. Because if you're not, those hostages are as good as dead already.
What if no one answers?
Someone will answer.
Yeah, but it's Sunday. It's possible that no one even knows what's going on here yet.
Quiet. Absolute quiet. Hello.
Who am I speaking to?
Detective Senior Sergeant Stanley Wolf, Homicide, Mr. Doherty.
How did you get my name?
Your car, security cameras outside. Is it okay if I call you Jonathan?
It's a pity you people weren't as bright or as accommodating when it came to investigating my son's case.
It was Kylie Lewis's case, Jonathan, and if we'd investigated it, I can assure you we would have done so very thoroughly.
My son was innocent.
We need to talk about that, but not under these circumstances.
Stanley, you said.
Yeah, that's right. Look, Jonathan, those people up there with you had absolutely nothing to do with your son's conviction or suicide.
Listen to me, Stanley. No calls. Okay?
I'm sorry, Jonathan. You rang me.
Tell you. When I want to talk, I'll call you. Anyone tries to access this floor, I will kill my hostages. All of them.
Jonathan?
He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, right, Sparksy?
Absolutely.
We're just gonna stay calm. Jen?
Definitely.
Okay. Hey, calm. Calm, okay?
Well, you know what you have to do. Get to work.
Reading these files is one thing, but we need a perspective. You won't speak to them, speak to us.
Help you?
Detective Ryan, I'm looking for Christine Lewis.
No, my brother-in-law. What's it about?
Is she here?
Uncle Mal?
Go inside, Beck. What's it about?
We have an emergency that Mrs. Lewis might be able to help us with. Urgently. Is she here?
I'm just looking out for her interests, OK? She's not well. It's anything to do with what happened 6 years ago?
It's related, yes. We have a situation.
Well, forget about it then, eh? She's been through enough.
We're talking about people's lives here, sir. I need to speak to her.
And I told you, she's sick.
What is it? This guy says he needs your help, Mum.
Becky.
He's a policeman.
Mrs. Lewis, we have a situation you might be able to help us with. I'm sorry, but it's to do with the death of your daughter.
No. Please, please.
I told you.
Hey, and I told you! People are going to die. We need your help.
I can't. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, I
Mum,
just...
you have to. We can do it. I'll come with you.
Our last appeal had been turned down, and we talked about taking it to the High Court, but couldn't afford it. Had nothing left. There's nothing else I could do. My son was innocent. He loved Kylie. He would never have hurt her.
Kylie Lewis lived across the road from the Doty's. School days, her mum took the younger sister to her school. Kylie was left to make her own way by bus, but Evan used to drive her instead.
Yeah, of course they kept it secret. It's just the sort of thing that kids do. Then, one day she didn't answer the door.
He didn't drive her, she didn't turn up at school. She disappeared.
So it became a missing persons inquiry.
For a while, yes. Her suitcase was missing. There was some clothes, a bracelet, a few belongings. The police originally thought that she'd run away. Then her body turned up.
Kids found the suitcase with her in it, in the bush. It'd been there for months. After it was found, her house was ripped apart. The investigating team decided she'd been killed and cut up there in the bathroom.
Oh, who are you?
Same question.
I'm Kim Charlton. I'm a journalist.
Get out. I've got nothing to say to you.
I'm the one writing that book.
What were you doing in his apartment?
I got a voicemail here.
Kim, it's me, Jonathan. I wanted to thank you for everything. Today's the day your book gets a proper ending. Evan finally gets justice. They just have to look harder, that's all. They'll find the truth.
He feels like he let his son down because he couldn't afford the High Court appeal. He'd already sold everything he had, cashed in the super, the house, then his wife left him, then Evan killing himself. I think he just finally lost it. And I might be part of the reason why.
What makes you say that?
He's highlighted a whole heap of stuff in that book there, Sarge.
I pointed out the holes in the Crown's case. He wanted me to go to the police with him, talk about it. I said no.
Okay. He's up there because he wants the case reopened. He still believes his son to be innocent. Talk to Detective Freeman, Miss Charlton. We may be interested in your theories.
Anything I can do.
Thanks, Sarge.
The assault strategy? Yeah, if it comes to it, our best bet is direct rapid access
This
up these
man
back
is not a
stairs.
villain, Lee. He's a grieving father.
With a gun. And no inclination to talk, to negotiate, to do anything that is usual in this sort of situation.
It is my job to get him to the point where he is ready to talk.
And it is my job to save these hostages. Now, even with rapid entry and stun grenades, I've got to tell you, there are no guarantees, Stanley.
I know that, which is why we continue to hold off. You gave me your word, Lee. Give me time to talk to him.
You've got 1 hour.
Sarge, the original investigator, Detective Cooper, he's here.
Doty's never stopped banging on about his son's innocence.
You came to it late in the piece.
Yeah, originally it was treated as a disappearance. There was also the view that maybe she'd run away. A caravan was set up, hundreds of interviews, and all they really found out was that the Doty kid had shown an interest in the girl.
She was Evan's first real girlfriend, so of course he was devastated when she went missing. And he knew that she hadn't run away because there was no way that Kylie would have left without letting him know.
It became a homicide when you found the suitcase.
Yeah, that's when we came in, yeah. She'd been chopped up, and she was stuffed in a suitcase along with a few personal effects, clothing, jewellery, a journal, to make it look as though she'd taken off.
After Kylie's body was found, Evan Doty became prime suspect. There'd been so much publicity over Kylie's disappearance, the vultures were circling press, a vicious, vocal, moral majority.
Well, that's understandable. Evan was in a secret relationship with the girl, a child.
She was 15.
And he was 18.
Evan never denied the relationship.
Oh, he didn't have a choice, because the photos that he'd taken, they were found in his room.
They look happy together.
Yes. So, why would he kill her?
Well, she's underage. Maybe he wanted more from her than she's prepared to give.
Sparksy.
I keep telling you, Evan wasn't like that.
I wish I had $1 for every father who told me that.
No, Evan loved
Go on,
Kylie.
kids that age, it's not love, it's lust.
No!
You want the truth or just some version of it? Bottom line, your son was horny as hell. He decided to do something about it.
Shut your filthy mouth! My son, he was a great kid.
Why don't you do
He was
it?
a fine young man.
You do
this, you're
Come on, like father, like son.
Shut up!
Go on.
Stop! That's enough! That's enough!
The whole devil's advocate thing, it is standard technique. Tossing up different perspectives, it's how we get to the truth.
I don't like you.
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
So let's just get back to the case, okay?
Look, Evan was naive. That's why he did it so tough in jail. Well, that and knowing he was innocent.
He was guilty, all right. He kept changing his story. We searched his house, his ute. We found forensic evidence. Blood, hair, fibres.
All circumstantial. He was driving the girl to school all the time. Of course there's going to be forensic evidence on his clothes, in his car.
Well, it convinced the jury.
That jury took just 2.5 hours to find him guilty. They were wrong. He'd been painted as some sort of seducer of young girls that went berserk when this one refused his advances. But he didn't do that.
He admitted they had the hots for each other, but claimed they decided they wouldn't do anything until they got older. I mean, for God's sake. Then he starts lying about what happened the day she disappeared.
It wasn't lies. He got scared and confused.
Mate, it's all written there in her journal.
It's all there in black and white.
That stuff, it wasn't about Evan.
Sorry, but I think you're wrong. Early on, there's stuff about Evan driving at a school and being nice. And then by the end, it says he's trying to do stuff, scaring me, making me sick. I'm gonna have to tell Mum. Here, see for yourself.
She wasn't writing about Evan.
There were a whole lot of pages ripped out of that journal.
So?
So what was on those ripped out pages?
I know more bad stuff about Evan. The page that was left behind, the one that dropped him out, maybe he just missed ripping it out.
I don't think so. There's a whole lot of other stuff missing too. All the stuff girls write about when they're in love or they're wondering if they might be. There's none of that there. I believe that's what was torn out.
Torn out by who?
The real killer.
I know you think I'm wrong. That I'm crazy. But somewhere in that file's the truth. My son did not kill Kylie Lewis.
The kid was guilty as sin.
He was innocent. Ask yourself this. Why would he have ripped out some of the pages and destroyed them and not got rid of the whole journal?
Senior Sergeant, we've got something. Look, he's made himself a chain gang.
Bloody hell, Sparksy's up there too.
4 hostages. What's Sparks doing up there?
Who knows?
We get sound on this.
No, she's only managed to stream images. It's pretty clever though, huh?
We can use this. Gives us a visual pinpoint. We can pick our moment.
We can't see where he is half the time. How far away is safe?
How long is safe? He's still not talking to you, Stanley.
Sarge, I've got the Lewis family waiting outside. Maybe if you told him you're talking to witnesses, throw him a bone.
And how am I supposed to do that?
Did he say not to email?
So who do you think killed her? You don't say any here.
If I did, the book would never get published. Plus, I'd get my bum suit off.
But you obviously have an opinion.
Yes?
It'd have to be someone who knew the family, knew their routines,
Yep.
started fantasizing about the girl, got close to her.
Buying innocuous gifts like the gold bracelet that was found in the suitcase with her.
How come Detective Cooper didn't see any of this?
Because the person who qualified had an alibi, and his closeness to the family seemed perfectly appropriate. Elvis is in the building.
This is crazy. crap. It's not going to happen. There's no way we can give him what he wants.
Well, there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah, there is. If we're going to survive this, we need to talk him down.
Who? You? He hates your guts. I'm surprised he hasn't shot you already.
Not me, Simon. Never heard a good cop, bad cop.
What's going on?
We're just going through the files. But we need something to drink. Water. And we need something to eat. From the fridge in the kitchen.
You can do that. Just don't take too long. And you keep talking so I can hear you. What's that?
Just an email.
I told him not to try to contact me.
You only said not to call.
I'll just give
Whoa! What's that? How long's this been on?
That's it, he knows. We're going in.
No.
All squads full alert. Safety's off.
Nobody dies today.
Hold for my command.
What are you doing? How long have they been watching? You bitch!
No, he's onto her. He knows.
You set this up!
No one's watching.
Ring me, you bastard!
Got no choice. He wants contact. I'm gonna have to call him.
No one watching. Hello, Stanley.
Jonathan, I sent you an email. I want you to know that we're working on this. We're talking to witnesses. We're looking at new angles.
Yeah, right. I told you, no tricks.
No, we're not trying to trick you, Jonathan. I just need to understand a bit more about what it is that you want.
You think I'm stupid? You could see me! What was your next move? Were you going to send in the troops?
If I was going to send anyone in, it would be to negotiate.
You need to understand what's at stake here.
Jonathan, believe me, I do.
I'm going to fire one warning shot.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
One warning shot. You listen to the sound, because the next shot I fire will kill someone. You think about that as you listen. He's scamming us. You need to understand that if you try to trick me, there will be consequences.
Mate, listen, whatever you have got in mind...
He's fired.
Warning shot, you heard him.
This is your fault! I warned you what would happen!
Hold positions. Received holding. You're still on that clock.
Sarge, it's Mrs. Lewis and Rebecca.
Becky.
Stanley Wolf, Mrs. Lewis, thanks for coming in.
I wasn't given much choice.
I want to complain about this bloke. I told him Christine's sick.
And Malcolm Lewis, her brother-in-law.
Mal, I've been sick ever since all this happened. I'm here. What do you want?
Sorry to get you involved. Tragedies like this never go away, do they? Not really.
Never.
That's why we need you here to help prevent another tragedy. We don't have much time.
You want me to come with you?
No, you stay here, darling. We won't be long.
I met that girl 4 years ago. She was bright, pretty, doing okay. She missed her sister, but she was getting it together. Now look at her.
I'll try to talk to him if that's what you want.
No, that's not possible. Anyway, we don't know how he may respond to answers that don't fit in with his view.
What? That his son was innocent? You're not seriously contemplating that idea?
Sarge. The court determined that Evan Doty knew your routine.
He wanted sex. She said no. He lost it, and he killed her, yes.
The court agreed with all of that. What we need to do now is develop a reasonable alternative to offer to his father.
What? A ploy, you mean?
We need to find out everything we can about Jonathan Doty. You were his neighbour for 15 years. Now, anything you can tell us about his relationship with his son...
In other words, think it through. Again. Go through the details. Work out some other way my daughter could have died. How can you ask me to do that, Sergeant?
Sarge.
I haven't been sick, Sergeant. I've been on pills and booze and major doses of antidepressants for the last 6 years. Ever since my beautiful daughter was taken away from me. If I'd known this was what you wanted. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Maybe she doesn't have to, Sarge. Maybe the Doty boy was innocent.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is my fault.
It's okay, I'll be right. No, Jen, it's not your fault. We have to get her out of here. To a hospital.
No, there's a first aid kit that has to be, right?
In the kitchen.
Get it. Don't try anything. I don't want to have to shoot him next. So you come straight back.
Get it, Jen. Miss Lewis, can I have a word? I just wanted to apologise.
Keep it low key, don't frighten her off.
Yeah, I think I came on a bit too strong.
What do you think?
Becky, is it? I'm Duncan. Would you like me to get you a cold drink or something?
I'm fine, thanks. Mum said it won't be long.
Fair enough. You know what this is about, don't you?
What happened to Kylie when I was younger?
I'm sorry this all had to come up again. And thanks for getting Mum to come in.
She's not been very well ever since it happened, really.
That's nice.
It was a birthday present from my uncle. I'm 15 now, same as Kylie was.
Your uncle, he comes in and helps, does he?
Dad had a nervous breakdown. There was a lot of fighting after what happened. We never hear from him now.
I'm sorry. Can I ask you something? Your sister Kylie, she kept a journal, didn't she? Did she ever talk to you about what she wrote in that journal? It's all right, Becky. It's all right.
Mum really depends on Uncle Mal. She reckons she doesn't know what she'd do without him.
She's losing a lot of blood. We've got to get her out of here.
She's right, mate. You got to let her go. She could die in here.
Look! Tell me what I have to do! You're gonna have to shoot us all. Go on, get it over with. Because there is no way we can prove your son is innocent, not chained to a desk reading bloody files. I am sorry. But that's just the way it is. We can't help you.
What is this? Am I being interviewed or something?
Re-interview. I want to ask you about your alibi for the day that Kylie Lewis was killed.
You're kidding me, not this again. I talked to that other detective, Cooper, a dozen times. My alibi was rock solid.
They all had alibis. Everyone who was connected to Kylie Lewis was interviewed. Everyone! And they could all account for their whereabouts, except for your son, except for Evan.
It was raining. He didn't go to work. He went to the movies.
He told his boss he was sick.
Well, what was he supposed to say? That he went to see the Scorpion King?
No one at the cinema remembers him being there.
Look at him. He's an ordinary kid. So no one could identify him. So what? He described the movie.
They found a pirate copy of the DVD at your house. He could have got the plot from that.
That was 6 weeks later. I bought that DVD for him in the meantime to cheer him up because he enjoyed it. Kylie was missing and he was worried about her.
Oh, she could die in here. Is that what you want?
Jen. No more. What? You heard me. No more discussion. Not until you let her out of here so she can get medical attention. You get back to work. Or I will shoot someone else!
Simon!
No, I don't think you will. Because the way you talk about your son, he was one of the good guys.
Yeah, he was. He was more than that.
So how do you think he would feel about you killing innocent people? But then again, this isn't about him, is it? This is about you. This is about what you need.
What I need is for the world to know that my son was innocent.
The world isn't gonna know a thing. If you do what you said, if you kill us and then you kill yourself, is it?
You bought Kylie the bracelet that was found in her suitcase, right?
Yeah, it was a birthday present.
And did you buy Becky her locket too?
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, Becky's 15 as well.
And she's been through hell these last years. Lost a sister, a dad. She needs some good things in her life.
Like you, man.
Look, when Kylie was killed, I was in Euroa, moonlighting.
Is that why you told your boss in Albury you were visiting a sick relative?
Yeah. I told Detective Cooper all this. I didn't want to lose my job.
You have to go back to the files. Please.
It is pointless.
No!
You spent a lot of time with the family. You stayed there overnight. How often did that happen?
Whenever I was in town. No point in paying for a hotel when I can stay at my brother's.
Your son's name was Evan. Tell me your name.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, I'm Simon. The girl you shot, her name is Karen.
I don't want to know.
Stop it! Stop it! No, it's too late to stop. It's too late. But Jonathan, listen to me. It is not too late to make sure that no one else dies.
I wasn't even in town. I told Cooper, I'm telling you, I live and work in Albury. I was moonlighting in Euroa. I produced petrol receipts.
Oh, but that petrol could have as easily have brought you down here to Melbourne instead of up to Albury.
You could have come down here in the early hours, waited, raped your niece, killed her, then gone back when you're done.
Because the body in the suitcase was found between here and Albury.
Now, Jonathan, it is time to call it quits.
I just want to prove my son's innocence.
And I understand that. We all do. And if Evan was innocent, we will find out. I will make it my personal mission, I promise you. But it can't happen here.
Where did you sleep, Malcolm?
What?
In Euroa. You were there for 3 days. You must have slept somewhere.
I drove home to Albury.
Not every night. The petrol receipts do prove that. Where did you stay?
I slept in my van.
Okay. Who did you work for?
I can't remember. It was a cash job.
Jonathan, you need to make a decision. Otherwise, Karen is going to die. Now, is that what Evan would want?
The only thing you weren't aware of was Kylie's little secret. You know, how she was in love with Evan.
Until you found it in the journal. You had to make sure about the journal, didn't you?
And then suddenly, there it was, a gift. That entry about you. Oh, he's trying to do stuff. He's scaring me. He's making me sick. I'm gonna have to tell Mum, but there's no name. So it's a great opportunity for you just to rip out a few pages in between and then make it sound like she's talking about Evan Doty.
She wasn't talking about Evan Doty, was she? Kylie's fear at the end of the journal, that was about you.
Sorry. I never wanted to hurt anyone. Okay, you can go now.
What about you?
Just go.
Lose the gun. Come down with us. This can be worked out.
Yeah, spend the rest of my life in prison.
Jonathan.
Just go!
Listen to this, Malcolm. You missed this one. I hate him. He keeps touching me, looking at me. I know it's going to happen again, but I can't tell Mum. She depends on Uncle Mal.
Fabrication. There was never anything like that in that. Kylie wouldn't write that.
Kylie didn't. This is from Becky's journal. It's all coming undone. You do realise that, don't you?
It doesn't have to end like this. Now, I made you a promise. This is my personal project. If he is innocent, I will find out.
It's too late. My son's gone. No, you were right. This was about me, not him. What are you doing?
I'm not going anywhere unless you come with me.
Get in. Now! Or I'll shoot her too! Join her.
You killed Kylie Lewis. It's only a matter of time before we prove it.
I want a lawyer.
You keep your promise.
Despite your years, I hope you find peace. Despite your fears,
I was worried about you.
I hope you find love through all your years.
You should call him
I
up.
hope you find.
She'll be worried about you too.
Today's operation was tight and well disciplined. And the outcome was clearly not the optimum result. There was nothing we could have done. And I want that very clear in everybody's heads. Every hostage situation is unique. I commend you on your professional response today. Keep your presence felt till this is over.
How you been?
Hey, Johnny. Good job up there. Sorry, love. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Stanley? Now, if you ask me, I think we got off lightly. Did a good job.
One dead, one seriously wounded. Not acceptable in my book.
Stanley, all the hostages came out alive.
Thanks for letting me do it my way.
Day's work, mate.
You're on borrowed time, do you understand me?
I told you, I'm not saying anything, not without a lawyer.
Get a good one.
I'll leave you alone.
Hey, you keep your filthy hands off Becky or I'll destroy you.
I've done nothing.
Oh, yes, you have. You murdered her sister. You know it. I know it. I'm going to make sure you're arrested, charged and convicted. Do you understand me?